They named it the Chamber of Blessings, until the household that possessed it uncovered the secret. The fortune that lifted outsiders into wealth was slowly draining their breath. Tonight, we traced a young heir who must confront whatever lies hidden below to shatter a curse or become part of it. Welcome to Tales by Ope, the vault of timeless African stories. If you have ever crossed a crowded bazaar under a burning sun, you know the clamor, the blaring horns, the shout of sachet water for sale, the aroma of frying fish blending with fuel smoke from rushing motorcycles. Amid that restless bustle stood a modest yard, 6 narrow rooms stretched in a weary row. The first belonged to Mr. Bamidele Sadiq Lawal, a man whose name once inspired hope, but now only reminded him of emptiness. He lived there with his wife, Mama Kemi, and their only child, Tunde, a clever boy with big dreams and cracked sandals. Bamidele was nearing 50, tall, dark, and forever sweating, even when resting. He had tried many trades, selling tools, assisting masons, even fixing torn shoes. Yet life never offered more than daily survival. Still, he had a ritual. Each evening, when silence settled, he sat outside on a small stool, gazing at the streetlight, murmuring, "One day I go rise, I go rise." Neighbors mocked him, laughing softly, but his wife always comforted him. "Bamidele, ignore them. God's time will come." She was gentle, the kind who could cook a meal from almost nothing and still serve it proudly. Life moved slowly, predictable and poor, until destiny arrived one humid evening. That night, Bamidele visited a small palm wine shed near the old rail tracks. He rarely drank, but humiliation from a stubborn tenant who owed months of rent pushed him there. As he sipped quietly, staring into emptiness, an elderly stranger approached. Short, wrinkled, with eyes both weary and commanding, he wore a faded cap and held a carved staff marked with strange signs. Without permission, the man sat beside him. "Your spirit wanders," the old man said softly. Bamidele turned in surprise. "Sir, you know me?" The man smiled slightly. "I know what I see. You give much, yet receive little. You labor, yet hold nothing. Am I wrong?" Bamidele swallowed. "No, Baba." The elder leaned closer. "There is a path to change. It is called Anyamoketu. Not magic, but destiny reshaped. Only the bold walk it." Bamidele frowned, curious. "What is that?" The old man whispered. "You bury a vessel of fortune. As long as you remain above it, prosperity follows your hands." Bamidele laughed nervously, yet the thought lingered. Before leaving, the old man said, "When ready, find me at the end of Orita Street, near the river. Ask for Baba Alaro." Then he vanished into darkness, leaving Bamidele restless. That night, sleep escaped him. While Mama Kemi and Tunde rested, he stared at the ceiling, mosquitoes buzzing, thoughts louder. "What if this is my chance?" he whispered. From that moment, his life drifted toward a shadow he could not imagine. The following days, curiosity consumed him. On the third night, beneath a moon hidden by clouds, he quietly left home and followed the silent path to Baba Alaro's hut. Inside, incense filled the air. On a small table rested candles, cowries, and a clay pot wrapped in leaves. The old man's voice deepened. "You came. Your spirit is ready." Bamidele pleaded for a better life. Baba nodded. "Anyamoketu gives only to those willing to pay." He pointed to a small cage in the corner. Inside, an animal whimpered softly. Bamidele trembled, yet desperation overcame fear. He accepted the pot and the ritual instructions. That night, he buried the vessel beneath the spot where he slept. A strange wind crossed the room, though windows were closed. Silence followed, heavy and cold. He whispered a prayer and fell into an easy sleep, dreaming of fields of gold and a voice declaring, "The ground has received." Days passed, and fortune blossomed. A forgotten contract returned, debts were repaid, opportunities multiplied. Within months, Bamidele prospered beyond imagination. Yet nights grew unsettling. Strange sounds echoed beneath his bed. Shadows moved, whispers called his name. Baba assured him, "The spirit watches, never leave the place." Years rolled by. Wealth increased, yet peace faded. The unseen presence demanded more. Fear replaced joy. Eventually, tragedy struck, and Bamidele's life ended mysteriously, leaving his family confused and grieving. After his passing, the room seemed to bless every new occupant. Tenants gained success, jobs, and sudden breakthroughs. People called it the Chamber of Blessings. Yet, while strangers prospered, Bamidele's family suffered losses, sickness, and endless hardship. Money came but vanished like mist. Mama Kemi and her son Tunde began to suspect something deeper. At last, guided by a troubling dream, Tunde uncovered the hidden pot beneath the floor. With courage, he destroyed it. A fierce wind roared, darkness lifted, and silence returned. The curse was broken. Life slowly improved. Peace replaced fear. The chamber became just a simple room again. No whispers, no shadows, no strange fortune. Remember, not every blessing is truly a blessing. Some riches demand a hidden price, and wealth that consumes your peace is never worth keeping. If you knew the cost, would you still choose the fortune?